Hi, I'm Juniper, and I'm autistic with a PDA profile. And I like to help people understand autism so they can have a better relationship with their friends and families. I had a client whose son was having such a difficult time with PDA that my client wasn't able to be in the same room with her son, much less play video games with him. She could get him to go to the store most of the time, and if she could, it was very difficult. And so, and knowing what he wanted to eat at what time was difficult, and she would stay up late into the night waiting for him to tell her what to cook for him. And so I helped her understand that it's PDA and how to work with it, and I explained to her not to interact with him unless he initiates interaction, and then just stick to what he's asking of her and not put any demands on him and stuff like that. And we got whiteboards and wrote the foods that he likes to eat onto the whiteboards with a little square and where he could put a check mark. And we said something like, I would like to eat, and then it had the list of stuff, and then it said at, and then it had a place for him to put the time, and then circle AM or PM. And then we just used the foods. The menu was made up of the foods that he eats regularly, and maybe threw in one option that he doesn't usually eat. And then we did a whiteboard for his medicine and put a check mark and put a little explanation for each medicine so he would know why he was taking it, and then put a check mark there so that my client would know when he had taken his medicines. And then we had a whiteboard for communication. If she needed to know something, for example, she was going to go to the store, she could write, I'm going to the store at such and such time. Would you like to go with me? Yes or no. And then all he had to do was circle yes or no. And then I told her to keep interaction with him to the minimal unless it was emergency. Let him initiate interaction. And that when she did interact with him, to approach him like a feral cat, slow and careful and stuff like that. How you would approach a feral cat that you want to make friends with. And so I spent some time in her house observing and giving her feedback on her interactions with him. And by the time we were done working together, he was inviting her to play video games with him, and they were going on outings, like to the coast, pumpkin patches, corn mazes, stuff like that. So just knowing about the PDA and applying that knowledge to reduce demands as much as possible can help the adult or child PDA person to be able to get back into doing and being with people and stuff. Thanks. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks. Have a good day.